Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Paola and today I have a book recommendations video based on my Spotify Wrapped. I have my playlist here of my top songs of 2023. So I'm gonna put it on shuffle and we'll see where it lands and we'll see what book I come up with. Okay, so you can see my top songs now. Lots of Taylor Swift, lots of musicals, well, Rise of the Pink Ladies. Let's hit play. Face to Face from the Rise of the Pink Ladies. I love these songs so much and I love that the Rise of the Pink Ladies was the first thing that popped on. So this is very much a third act sort of song because it's about sort of getting what you want but not necessarily feeling the way that you thought you were going to feel when you got to that point. So for this one, I'm going to recommend It Sounds Like This by Ana Meriano. This is a contemporary Snow White retelling. And my girl Yasmin is, bless her soul, she's so kind-hearted and so well-intentioned. She notices some people from her marching band bullying another kid in marching band on her phone, like this is recorded, and so she goes to the school's authorities. She tells her teachers, and the teachers, instead of being like, hey, you should not bully this kid, they go, oh, there was underage drinking, we're kicking you all out of the marching band. And now she has to sort of bear the brunt of that. She has to take over the low brass section of the band along with 7 other freshman boys, aka the 7 dwarves of Snow White, and it all goes on from there. And the reason why I think it links to Face is because she thought she was gonna get something good. She thought the teachers were gonna act accordingly and be like, hey, it's not okay to make this kid want to do whatever it is you want him to do when he clearly does not want to. And instead they go like, whoop, underage drinking, that's bad. And that's not at all what Yasmin wanted. It's like barely there, hanging by a thread, the similarity. But Face to Face is a great song, and It Sounds Like This by Ana Mariano is a phenomenal book. Next song. Oh my god, Can You Stand the Rain by New Edition. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love this song so much, and I love that it's 2023 and I still have New Edition on my Spotify top songs. Can You Stand the Rain is a love song, and it's about wanting someone who can be there for you in the good times and the bad times. Go Deep by Rilsey Adams is a friends to lovers, best friends to friends with benefits to lovers romance, and it is so flipping good. It's about this like struggling erotica writer who has been called out on her reviews to be in a sort of rut. Like her books are not turning people on as they used to, and so she's like, I need to switch it up. And so she asks her best friend to sort of pull her out of that rut by obviously sleeping together. As you guys probably already know, I love Rilsey Adams with my entire heart. Next song. I'm gonna do 10 of these. I don't remember if I said it or not. I probably did not, but we're gonna do 10 songs, 10 recommendations. Good Girl Act. See, I told you it was gonna be funny that I would get some cool pop song and then I get my show tunes. It's fine. So Good Girl Act. Interesting. So this is a song where one of our pink ladies, before they are the pink ladies, steps in to sort of defend the girl that is being slut-shamed and stuff. It's this really fun, upbeat song, and it's about shaking off the good girl act. Like, just let loose. Just don't be so uptight. And for that, I am going to recommend You Don't Have a Shot by Raquel Marie. Vale, she definitely needs to loosen up. She's very, very uptight. She is obsessed with winning, and I think that's an act that she has to shake off in order to just like enjoy summer camp, enjoy soccer once again. Even though there's a lot of stakes in place because that's how she wants to get her scholarship. There's big stakes in wanting to win and prove herself as a good soccer player, but it's not the end all be all. And Vale is the perfect example of that. Song number 4, American Boy by Little Mix. Okay, so this would obviously require an international romance novel, and this is really offhand, but I'm sticking with it. Sweet Vengeance by Viano Onyomo. This is a monster romance where our main character is a sexual assault survivor, and so she summons a demon to enact revenge on her perpetrator. and they fall in love, and it's very hot, and it's super atmospheric. Like, you can feel the magic, you can feel yourself in this world. I love how inventive it is. I haven't read enough monster romances to know what the conventions are, but I really love that in this one it's like his horns and his tail. I was not expecting that he would get turned on by her touching the horns or the tail. This book has a lot of meat to it. I love the hell out of this book. I will never shut up about it. And the only reason why I think it ties to American Boy is because, Little Mix is a British girl group, and obviously an American Boy would be someone different. Like, they're not used to American boys, they're used to British boys. And that's our main character in Sweet Vengeance. She's used to human boys, and now she gets to date a demon boy. It's an adult romance, so it's like demon men or demon people, demon adults. There we go. Next song, number 5. I knew it. I don't know why is Spotify so weird with its shuffle. Anyway, this is Think Pink. It is the last song in Grease, The Rise of the Pink Ladies, and it's the sort of the values, the core values of what makes the Pink Ladies the Pink Ladies. So it's about friendship. And for that reason, I'm gonna recommend Ofilia, After All, by Raquel Marie. I know 2 Raquel Marie novels here, and this is her debut. This is a coming of age, coming out story, and it is so deeply entrenched in friendships and platonic love. Ofilia has a very solid friend group, and they love the hell out of each other. I highly, highly recommend this one. All In, Jesus, more Rise of the Pink Ladies. All In is a love confession song, and so it's just basically Arina Tartomaso's character saying to the love interest, like, I am in if you are in. I know you've been hurt in the past, but I'm here for you. And this is sapphic AF. Hani and Issu's Guide to Fake Dating by Adiba Jagirdar. This book, holy shit. It is a fake dating, opposites attract, sunshine grumpy romance. The stakes are super high because Ishu is trying to prove that she is, sociable and likable because she really wants to be a head girl and she wants to prove to the school that she is, cool. And Hani is trying to prove to her friends, really toxic, annoying friends, that she is actually bisexual. So they start this fake dating scheme, and it is so lovely. I read it back in 2022, and it has not left my mind since. Next song number 7, question mark? Where Have You Been by Rihanna. See, this is what I mean. I can't do on the fly videos. They stress me out so much. Oh my god, I'm gonna recommend Juniper and Thor by Ava Reed. Juniper and Thor by Ava Reed is by no means a romance novel. I want that to be very, very clear. It is gothic horror, and it is a dark retelling of an already dark fairy tale called, I was going to say The Hanging Tree. No, The Juniper Tree by the Grimm brothers, and it is considered to be their darkest fairy tale. Editing Paola here. So I'm reviewing the footage, and it's very clear that I never explained what the book was actually about, nor how it tied into Where Have You Been by Rihanna. And so I just want to make it very, very clear. Like I said in the beginning of me explaining this book, this is gothic horror. It is not a romance book. It has a romantic subplot. We will get to that in a second, but it is not a romance. Do not expect romance conventions from this book. I have seen this book mistreated and misplaced and miscategorized so many freaking times. It gets on my nerves every single time. It's about Marlene Shen, who has been sheltered and abused by her father her entire life, along with her other 2 sisters. They are the last witches left in town. They are the last people that remain with magic in the town, and so their father exploits that to no end. One night, and this is how the book starts, so it's not technically a spoiler, one night she goes out with her sisters to the ballet theater, and she falls in lust with the ballet dancer. He has also been the subject of abuse. He and Juniper are survivors of grooming. So again, I want to make this very, very clear. Not a romance, gothic horror, very gnarly, very unsettling. I believe it's a book that everyone should read, but it's not a book everyone is equipped to read. So maybe it's time to change that. And the only reason why I believe this book ties in with Where Have You Been by Rihanna is because through their romantic subplot, through their connection, they find ways to survive and to save each other, so to speak. Please read this book with caution. I'm tired of seeing it be demonized by people who just don't understand what this book is. Next song, Gloves Up. Okay, this is one of those pop songs that I'm like, what is this about? It kind of gave me the vibe of like I Got Nerve by Hannah Montana. If Hannah Montana was a part of Little Mix, I don't know. I think it's about like proving yourself, maybe. Oh, okay. I'm gonna recommend Tiny Pretty Things by Sona Charipotra and Daniel Clayton. This is a dark academia novel. It is a duology, actually. Tiny Pretty Things and then Shiny Broken Pieces, set in a ballet school. And we have 3 main girl characters, and they are all super, super passionate about it. We have June, we have Gigi, and we have Bette. And they are all very different, and they all take on different approaches to achieving their dreams within the ballet academy that they are a part of. But they are extremely competitive, and I think a Gloves Up could have been like a montage as they like train and do ballet and do auditions, and even when they're taking their little pictures and stuff. These books are great. Like, if you watched the show and you were like, what the fuck was that? You need to read the books. Please listen to me. You need to read the books. Song number 8, Crushing Me by Arino Tartomaso and Trisha Fukuhara from Grease, The Rise of the Pink Ladies. Okay, so this is a song about having a big fat crush on someone and not knowing what to do with it because it is quite literally crushing you. Okay, so for this one, I want to recommend Love Letters for Joy by Melissa C. This was a 2023 release, and it's a queer Cyrano de Bergerac retelling. It's about Joy, who has never felt romantic love or romantic attraction towards anyone, and so she starts writing to this person who is like the Cupid. I think that's literally like their nom de plume. It's like the school's Cupid. I forget the school's name. Asking them a bunch of questions of what is love? What is romantic love? What does it mean to be in love? And so they start going on this back and forth, and Jesus Christ, it is so freaking good. It is so heart-wrenching. It is heartwarming. It is funny. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It is such a solid YA romance story. Please go check it out. 9th song. I swear, if we get more Rise of the Pink Ladies, Sunchoke by Ali and AJ. So this is a song about being mad at yourself. I think that a good book for this would be The Lesbiana's Guide for Catholic School by Sonora Reyes. This is about Yami, who has recently been outed at her school, and now she's taking the opportunity to switch schools along with her brother, who was already going to switch schools, and she decides to join him on it and start fresh. I feel like the song is a lot more about trying to run away from your problems as opposed to facing them. But I think that if we add an alternate meaning to the song, as in maybe she's not running away from herself, or maybe she's just not running away from her problems, she's just, trying to keep herself safe. Okay, final song, Monster in Me by Little Mix. Fun fact, I listened to this on repeat when I was trying to work on a fanfic that ended up not working out. So Monster in Me is about a toxic relationship pretty much, but the sex being too good to give up. That's what I get from it. I want to recommend the Lick Club series by Naima Simone. This is a trilogy, and all books are below the 150-page mark, and they are ex-mafia people adjacent to romance erotica novels, or novellas, sorry. And the first and the last one are like second chance romances from different angles. Like they're not the same plot by any means. They are about, knowing these person's deepest flaws, and it's basically Monster in Me applies to these books because of the why they couldn't be together in the first place. These are phenomenal, really hot, steamy, scorching books. Shout out to you for watching this video. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.